Hello, thank you. Thank you for accepting this interview, Adriano. We're very happy to have you here.
Thank you very much, Ricardo.
And through you to be able to illustrate in our side event within the UNESCO conference on Internet for Trust and how to manage to regulate the social platforms, considering that information is a public good. So our internet and our social platforms are full of fake news, disinformation, and this includes the financial system that tries to appear as meeting the green requests in the last years, mainly after the Paris Agreement. However, just to quote some information, in the period between January 2016 and July 2022, just 7% of global banks' energy financing goes to renewables, just 7%. I mean, concretely, the research shows that 60 banks saw 2.5 trillion in loans and bond. Of this, 2.3 trillion was related to the production of fossil fuel energy, and just 178 billion was related to clean energy activities. So we would like you to analyze this problem. I mean, to try to understand. We admit, and we have to admit, that it's a very complex reality, but we need to understand the complexity of this reality and why this is happening, and that then, in the end, sustainable financing still seems to be a wishful thinking.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, Ricardo, thank you very much for inviting me, give me the opportunity to participate in this event. Thank you very much, everybody. My name again is Adriano Ieva. I have to say, it's very incredible topics, this one to discuss in this period. Actually, the main problem is the geographical activity, a strategy that all the financial system is applied to regard this ESG sustainable topic. Unfortunately, not all the part of the world, if we consider it, Middle East first, then even America, Latin America or Far East, they are very, very behind the target. We really, in the market, we really take in consideration and take seriously this problem. But the problem is that the really issue is that it's so global, this topic, that we cannot go ahead just in some part of the world. So this is the main issue we're facing right now.
Why is it so global? Is it because of the interbanks relations or the financial system?
No. I'm saying the sustainability, the ESG is something that is a message that is cross around the world. It's not just an issue that we have to face in Europe. The climate change is something that everyone around the globe. So this is my frustration, because when I see that just Europe and UK, for example, they are very, very tough on trying to target this challenge, for example, the climate change. I'm so surprised, because to face this issue, this problem, we cannot go alone. So to fight and to try to help the world to be a better planet, we cannot be just a part of the world focus and stress this in the finance, but we have to be really, really one team, one dream. Otherwise, we don't go anywhere. So back to your introduction, you're right. The percentage is so low at the moment that we need to a little bit shake
But you see, I mean, several, what I mentioned at the beginning, this information of the 2.5 trillion in loans and bonds of 60 banks, a relevant number of these banks are part of the Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero. That is co-chaired by Mark Carney, that was formerly the governor of the Bank of England, and that in 2015 he started raising up this issue and created sort of a network with the Bank of France and the Bank of China. But then he became a sort of a leader in trying to explain that green economy is potentially a gigantic business. But for the banks, it seems that it's not so evident.
Yeah, look, the important rule here is it's coming from the regulator. So like whatever we agree at Glasgow or in any supranational committee, like is the regulator that, for example, like in UK, but same in Europe, they have to take like a very big position and say any corporate or any banks, they are not allowed anymore to do lending to corporation or to other entity if they don't respect the ESG KPI target. So this is very important, because sometimes, like we're missing this piece of the chain when we're talking about ESG green finance. Like whatever is discussed is important. On the second step is that the regulator is very focused in order to respect this, ask the banks to apply what they have decided in something Glasgow. Problem is that we don't have one regulator across the world. We have many regulators. So far, I have to say, like we have some regulator. I was mentioned in Euro area, in UK. They are much more ahead compared to the other one. In Europe, they're starting to be very open to this business. Like for example, I'm talking like in these days, like we are not allowed to lending or financing the bank system or some corporation if they don't respect the ESG KPI target. So this is very important. This is the key point to switch from a traditional finance system to the green financial system.
A way towards a solution is regulation.
Well, the solution at this point is like that at this committee, of course, they have to discuss, of course, what is the target, but at the same time, they have to put a big focus on how the regulator and when the regulator they have to apply this target. Which means like they have to in case penalize like the regulator which is behind, that is no super coordinate with the other regulator. There's many action that they can do in order to have all the financial market super coordinate on that. Of course, is the crisis we had in Russia, between Russia and Ukraine, is I have to say didn't help a lot, because they create a sort of barrier between some area in the world. So that's why we have seen a little bit of slowdown of the process. They have a much more important. It's the same important, but they have a different view about this crisis in Ukraine. So it's not easy, to discuss about green finance at the moment. Yeah.
But going back to the regulator, this is mainly national, not supranational. Or in the case of the European Union, there is.
Yes, ECB. Yeah, European Central Bank. Yeah, we're talking about the European Central Bank and the Bank of England in the particular case. Yeah. So like all the central bank that are running one currency, they have the power to make sure that the green finance is growing, and that any banks, any player in the market can apply the rules discussed in the sovereign national committee. If I can just put in the last message, like if we consider it like really the massive effort they have done in some part of the world, like I think this is doable. It's doable switch to a real green finance, green economy. But again, there is a lot to do.
The secret would be to really realize that there's another possibility of generating benefits, income, profits through green economy.
Any bonus that the corporation or the banks they're gonna receive if they meet the KPI target, again, the regulator, they have to make sure that they spend that money for a new world, a better world, for a better planet for everyone.
But regarding the corporate social responsibility in the case of the banks and the ESG, is there a percentage that are defined, or?
Well, no, like basically it works like, for example, the corporation, they have the internal corporate KPI target, and annually, if they're gonna meet the KPI target, then they receive a sort of bonus malus on that. For example, what we have done is that this bonus, in case the corporate is gonna hit the KPI target, we are gonna vehiculate this money to charity company, to all these projects that help all these ESG. But it's not easy to have to say. It's not easy to control that. So this is why, like we need an extra effort from the regulator from the top to the bottom.
I understand. Good. I mean, unless you want to add something for us, is fine, I think, and we would close. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Riccardo. Nice to talk with you.